Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Noctowl with its boosted wing attack. Well, at least it's going to be increasing energy. We're going to be pairing it up with Toxicroak and shiny Steelix with Thunder Fang and Psychic Fangs. This team did very well here. Now I can find myself in a bit of trouble depending upon the lead. If it was a flyer, we do have the Steelix, so we'll just kind of work around it. Every team's got their weakness, so let's go ahead and have a little fun. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate that here. Now, folks, Fortnite added Doom Guy. What in the heck? So my son's keeping me up to date on all this stuff, and I was like, oh man. We were just talking about, I was like, they just need to add Doom Guy. They added LV246, which, if you do not know what that is, the xenomorph from Aliens, you know, with the long head. That, at that point, I kind of wanted to play. But they're really going off on that. That's like a forever game, huh? So as soon as they add Duke Nukem, I'll be in. Okay, count me in. All right, anyways, enough about that. Hopefully you are enjoying Pokemon Go with the new Megas. Are you kidding me? I'm so happy Blaziken is here. Mega Blaziken is freaking amazing. Anyways, with that said, let's see what we have going on here. Up against this Stunfisk. Now, this thing is an extreme threat to the team. It's super effective for everything. Steelix, Noctowl, can't really do much. Shadow Ball, I mean, got that going on. So, Earthquake, but that takes a minute to get to. Mud Bomb, but we're still threatened by their spammy charge move as well. All right, so bringing in Noctowl and shielding up that discharge, getting to the Shadow Ball. Now, folks, let's talk about Noctowl. So I didn't hit all the bubbles here because I did a nice catch, and I'm going to have to gain energy here. Now, here's the thing about Noctowl. I don't have, like, the best one around for its IVs, but it's damn good. Take a look at this son of a gun. I couldn't believe the tankiness that it had. Every single time it was just about to lose like this, I would say, come on, Noctowl. You got this, buddy. You could survive. And it survived. It did not let me down. Wow. Almost want to put it on the roster of the meta wreckers, but a meta wrecker has to be something at least 100 or below on that website, right? All right, anyways, next battle we're met with a Miltank here. We don't really need to worry about this too much. Now, I got a little bit greedy here. I wanted to counter all the way down, which was a little ambitious, so throw in the Mud Bomb. Should have threw the next one here, but thought I might be able to. Oh, okay, I guess I really didn't have an opportunity to. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Probably could have survived that body slam, but let's just keep it safe here. Now we're down a shield. Bringing in Amanda Buzz and Steelix with Thunderfang. I'm telling you what, folks, it's where it's at least for the Remix Cup. I'm having a blast with it. It just goes perfectly with its gold color, right? It's Thunderfang, you know, electric. All right, so let's go. Up against the Froslass here, hitting me with an Avalanche. This is not particularly great. Another Pokemon that's going to be kind of destroying my team here. Toxicroak is doing a decent amount of damage with his counter, as well as his charge moves. Obviously, Mud Bomb or Sludge Bomb is going to be not very effective to that ghost typing, but countering it down, great, because we did lower that defense. And now we're loaded up on energy here, going for the Sludge Bomb onto the Mandibuzz, and at this point, we're looking good. Since they did let that go, they still have 2 shields, but we're perfectly fine. See, Noctowl doesn't play no stinking games. This thing is an absolute tank and a beast. You know, it's funny how I couldn't hit the bubbles a long time ago for the flyer. I don't know what in the hell it was going on there. Now I just simply won't miss a bubble ever. It's like I could do with my eyes closed. Very easy. But anyways, going for another one of these, and we're just absorbing everything. This Noctowl is almost as thick as that Mandibuzz feels like. And we're going for another Sky Attack. Gaining energy that much quicker is going to be helping you take wins, and it does put it on the map to be that much better than it was. Next battle, we're met with a Shadow Drapion. This is a great lead for the Toxicroak here, although Crunch is still going to be doing a decent amount, and they can spam me with Aqua Tail, so it's not like we're going to take a clean victory here without having to shield up. Crunch not very effective, but still doing about half damage. Are you freaking kidding me? Shadow Drapion is not playing around here. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up because we do want to win this matchup here. Hitting me with an Aqua Tail. They've already used a shield. If they want to double up, hey, by all means, be my guest. And they're going to let it go. Great. What are they going to bring into the battle? Toxicroak lead is just amazing here. Bringing in a Gyarados. Okay, so we could go with either or. And we're getting to the Mud Bomb to do a little bit of extra damage here. Alright, so we can go with Steelix or Noctowl, but I decided to go with Noctowl because we're doing super effective damage with our quick move. Therefore, we're going to be able to farm them all the way down. Sure, they're going to keep hitting me with lunge and lowering my attack, but that doesn't really matter. We'll just swap into Steelix, refresh all of that, and be completely loaded up here. There's not really too much that can just simply hide away from Noctowl's charge move, so we're looking good here. They got an Empoleon in the back, so I immediately swap into the Steelix. Again, another reason why you want to run Thunderfang in the Remix Cup here. So we're doing super effective with our quick move, letting that go. Gonna hit them with the Psychic Fangs, lowering their defense. Although the Noctowl's moves are, well, at least the flying is not going to be very effective, it's still going to be doing quite a bit to an Empoleon in the Great League. So we're going to go ahead and go for that. They let it go because they know it's pretty much over here, and we take that win. Let's go, moving it on to the next one. Leading with Toxicroak the entire time, and met again with that thing that we don't really want to see using our team here, and that's going to be that Stunfisk. So we're going to kind of have to hold the line. Let this first one go because we don't really want to start using up all of our shields right away. And kind of put on the pressure here. If anything, we can bring in the Noctowl to hit them with Shadow Ball if we can get them low enough. I do believe I'm going to be double shielding this Toxicroak. Okay, never mind. They're swapping themselves into their Pelipper. Okay, this is a great lead here. Or swap, I should say. So Weather Ball's doing quite a bit, but look at the Thunderfang because it is going to be 4 times effective here. So what we can do is simply farm them all the way down. It's going to be a pretty close. Okay, no problem. Still got a decent amount of health here. Could have built up to Earthquake, but I wasn't trying to play any games, and they hit me with their Mud Bomb to take me out while I do have all that energy. And this way, we're going to be able to lower their defense and do a little bit more with the Toxicroak here. So shielding up this Mud Bomb, and I just felt like, you know, they're not going to be able to take me out with their quick moves. Might as well just keep on putting on the pressure here. And they're going to be swapping into their Drapion as we go into our Toxicroak, and this is going to be a great matchup here, although we have no health left. Taking their last shield, and they're going for their charge move as well. Noctowl doesn't really mind this matchup too much at all, I suppose. Steelix holding on by a thread. It's not out for the count yet. If you're thinking, well, it really can't do much, you better believe it still can. Alright, so bringing in the Noctowl here to do what it can do. Gonna have to absorb this because, well, what else are we gonna do? Taking that quite nicely, although it's not a Shadow Drapion, but it's still absorbing it nicely because Noctowl can take a hit. And the IV product for this one is a pretty decent one as well. Alright, so letting the crunch go. Okay, they're swapping. Now we go for Shadow Ball because, well, flying's not very effective to that Stunfisk. Taking them out, couldn't believe it. Let's go. Swapping into the Steelix, and they threw a charge move. There you go. That's where it's going to be coming in handy for me to absorb that charge move. Can Noctowl make it to the Sky Attack? And we do. And we take the freaking win, folks. We were on fire. You have no idea. I was having a blast. It doesn't even feel like a new season because everybody has gotten good. Okay, it does not feel like, oh, this is easy now. No, it's not like it used to be. People are getting better, and the ones that are serious about it are sticking around. So they're bringing in the GOAT. All right, we're going to swap into our Steelix as I do bring in their Galvantula here. Oh, this is an amazing matchup. Our quick move's really not doing too much, but that's okay. They're not doing hardly anything as they continuously lower our attack. So we're going to go ahead and build up to Earthquake, make them think we're going for it. I was hoping we could maybe get a shield, going for the Psychic Fangs, and we get a stinking shield. That's all I wanted. This is great. So they have lowered my attack many stages, okay, but still making it to the Earthquake, and this will be enough to take them out if it does land. Do they let it go? And they do, and we win that matchup. Not that it was a question that we wouldn't. So we bring in our Toxicroak, and they immediately swap into their Mandibuzz, and they catch a Mud Bomb, which kind of was a little bit annoying to say the least here. But hey, nice catch. Going for a Sludge Bomb before they do take us out. And since they do have Snarl, they're going to have to throw because that's not going to take us out here while we're doing a ton of damage. Look, they're already into the low yellow. Fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Steelix to kind of just wear them down here. And we're not going to be shielding up a damn thing because we'll just want them to use their charge move. And unfortunately not getting to the Psychic Fangs. But bringing them low enough to almost farm them down. They're bringing in their GOAT. Going for the Sky Attack here. Now we do need to look out for Wild Charge. This is the reason why I was holding on to my shields the entire time. There's no way that they could take us out. The Mandibuzz doesn't have enough energy, or it doesn't do enough damage to officially knock us out. We just have to worry about these Wild Charges here. And now we're going to go for the Sky Attack, take out the GOAT. And that Mandibuzz is throwing a charge move before it goes down. It says, I will not go down without a fight. And Noctowl yet again taking the win for us. Folks, if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so. Really do appreciate it. Next battle met with a Hisuian Quillfish here, and it's going to be taking a whole lot of damage from our Toxicroak. And we make a miss swap into our Steelix when they bring in their Koffing. Should have went for the Noctowl as we do resist the Ghost. The Dark Pulse is really not doing too much. I mean, this is not the worst matchup in the world, but it could have been a whole lot better. So I'm thinking, great, lovely, screwed this one up. So we'll bring in the Noctowl to farm them down. At least we're going to be lowering their defense, and we can... that's still quite a bit of health to farm down. Don't think that's going to be happening here. Although I may... we'll be holding on to a lot of energy if we do come out of this with a farm down here. Nah, not happening yet. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that, as it was kind of starting to add up here. We're getting a shield nonetheless, and they're swapping it to their Drapion, and I'm immediately bringing in my Toxicroak that does have energy built up here, going for a Mud Bomb. And landing that, great, we still have 2 shields, and I'm going to let this go, no problem at all. What are they going to do? They can't take me out here, so we're like, save our shields. Going for a Mud Bomb, not going to hit all those, kind of wanted to counter them down, but they would have hit me with another charge. We're bringing in that Koffing, and we're getting to the Mud Bomb here. And do they shield it up on their Koffing? They let it go, and holding it down with their Hisuian Qwilfish, which is going to be doing a decent amount of damage here. Now I'm thinking again, come on Noctowl, we got 2 shields. I know this thing's going to be able to spam us into oblivion here, so let's go with that fast charge. Come on, let's get it. Will we survive the Sludge Bomb that they do hit me with next here? We're building up to 2 sky attacks because that's what we need to do. They got 1 shield left. Going for the first one, and unfortunately I'm not able to hit my next one here, but I don't think a Sludge Bomb is going to be enough to take us out. And yet again, Noctowl surviving and getting to the charge move and taking the win for us again. So there you go. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it already from other people. You know, Noctowl is amazing now. It was good before, but now it's just freaking great. Next battle met with an Obstagoon. I mean, it doesn't really get any better than that. They swap it to a Galvantula, so I take that opportunity to build up a little bit of extra energy before we do bring in our Steelix, which is just going to be able to completely wall this thing here. Although Galvantula is something that hits so hard, not very effective to the Steelix's ground type, that it's still going to be able to do a decent amount of damage here while lowering our attack. Going for the Psychic Fangs, because we're going to be able to take them out like this. I mean, simple as that. We don't need to worry about it. But here's the plan. They do have an Obstagoon. We don't want them to gain too much farm, so what I'm going to do is wait for the last second, but they actually swap and retreat with their Galvantula and bring back their Obstagoon. So we're going to go ahead and lower their stats, swap into the Toxicroak, and just farm them down here, letting this Night Slash go. And they get a boost, but it doesn't really help them out too much here, expecting Galvantula, but that's not what they bring. So we're going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb. What was that? Oh, Grand Bull. Okay, should have went for the Mud Bomb and then the Sludge Bomb, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. All right, but that doesn't really matter because they're double shielding. They already know it's pretty much over there if they don't. So what can we do here? Steelix is a little bit low, so what we're going to do is go ahead and bring it in, lower their defense, and then we'll bring in the Noctowl, and we're going to be able to take out that Gramble that much easier. But they're going to immediately swap, therefore granting me even more energy, and it's pretty much over. We had 2 shields still, but we did have an amazing lead, so I can't get too hype about me doing that there. Good game. Moving it on to our next opponent, and we're met with a Steelix. Absolute chef's kiss. Love to see it. Now we do need to look out for Psychic Fangs. That is going to be doing a lot of damage. Even the first one is going to bring us down into the red. Pretty sure it's going to be bringing us down into the red. So we're going to shield it up. We have to, and kind of just hold it down here. Get to this Mud Bomb. It is a CMP. We will win it because we have higher attack than Steelix. Do they double shield? They do. Sounds good to me. I'm not. You can go ahead and do that all day. Perfect. You can win that swap. You're shieldless, and that could be the determining factor of winning this. So we're going to bring in our own Steelix, knowing that they're not going to be able to get to an Earthquake here. And we're going to be able to actually quick move them down with Psychic Fangs or with Thunder Fang, and they're bringing in a Lapras. Okay, so they did lower our stats. Going to go for an Earthquake, do some big damage on that Lapras here. Our fighter's down. Noctowl doesn't really want to see ice, so this is not particularly the best here. So they did lower our defense, so this is going to be doing a ton of damage. We swap immediately, holding on to Steelix and able to farm them down. Great. They're shieldless. What can we do here with this Noctowl? What are they going to throw into the fight? And it is going to be a Tortuga. So as soon as I saw that, I kind of laughed because I did have a good lead. So I was like, okay, you got me. Good game. I don't really get annoyed by those. I mean, how could I? They bring in their Steelix. I farmed them down. And as soon as they did that, I said, oh my gosh, I won. No way. That's where I was hitting those bubbles all fast. Like, yeah, I can't believe it. All right, so we're taking that win again with the freaking Noctowl, putting in that damn work. Met with a Shadow Drapion, another great lead here. Love to see it, so let's have a little fun. But at the same time, they can still pull off a win. I mean, look at the Aqua Tail. So they're going to go for that and immediately swap into their Dugong. We're going to retreat with our energy on the Toxicroak to hold on to that for a later time. Could have stayed in there and done a bunch of damage with the counter, but I want to bring in our Steelix here because it's just going to be a decent matchup. Although they are hitting me with that Water Charge move, which is doing a decent amount, but they haven't lowered our attack yet, so we're still doing quite a bit with our Thunder Fangs here. So we're going to let this, or let this go, shield this up, figured it was going to be an Icy Wind. Can we farm them down? We actually do. Fantastic, even though they did lower our attack. They're bringing in a Lucario. This is perfect. We got a Flyer in the back and Toxicroak loaded energy. This is going to be a good matchup here for us. Bringing in the Noctowl because we don't have to really worry about the Shadow Ball. And I would suspect they're going to be having Power Up Punch, which we do not need to shield up whatsoever. Although the counter is going to add up. Immediately swapping into that Drapion after they go for that charge move. Going for the Toxicroak, swapping, Mud Bomb. They're shieldless and getting to another Mud Bomb. And Toxicroak's going to be able to finish this one off here for us with the Mud Bomb up against Lucario. Their team was kind of weak to ground. So it was like, yeah, looking pretty good for us here. Next battle, we got a mirror match going on. So they want to pull some fancy stuff here. Now, here's a trick, okay? If you know you're going to lose CMP, the only way to tell is if you, the first time around, if you're losing that, unless you missed a quick move, you're going to know. There's also a chance if you both have the same attack and same IVs that it's just randomized pick. But if you do know you're going to lose, then you can swap to catch like they just did here. Don't know if they were or if they're just trying to be fancy and catch. We'll see here. anyways, bringing in that Jellicent, we're going to go ahead and bring in Steelix to hit them with that Thunder Fang. And I'm feeling a little annoyed. I'm like, damn, it's not over, obviously, but it's not. We're going to be bringing back that Toxicroak. Yup, here we go. Mud Bomb. I don't want, like, come on, Steelix, come on, Steelix. Trusty Steelix, you survive with like 2 HP or 1 HP, getting to the Psychic Fangs, which will take out that Toxicroak, and they're using their last shield, and we still have one left. Bringing in the Noctowl, and they have their own Noctowl in the back. So this is looking pretty good for us. We already know the Toxicroak is energy dry at this point, so we don't have to really worry about them hitting me with a charge move, right? But they will be farming, so we got to be careful about that. Alright, so hitting me with their Sky Attack. Now, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to catch right after this. I don't think it's right after, but I'm going to throw in the Toxicroaks. Alright, right here. So we would have been able to counter them down and then Mud Bomb their Toxicroak. So they're going to be forced to throw here, and there's no way they're going to get to a Mud or a Sludge Bomb with their Toxicroak. So they back out, we take the win, and we're looking good. Let's keep it moving here on to the next battle, folks. Rank 16, holy cow. Met with another Obstagoon, good lead for us. They're going to be swapping into their own Noctowl, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our trusty Thunderfang Steelix. So the showcase up against our tank. Let's see what they can do. Shadow Ball, really not doing too much over there. It's because we're using this tank, okay? And the IVs on this Steelix are actually not great. So we're kind of letting them bring us down very low. They could have went for a Psychic Fang sooner to do more damage, but I was just calculating it. I want to come out of this with the least amount of HP as possible, kind of like before when we were going up against that Obstagoon. Remember that? So we're going to go for the Psychic Fangs to lower their stats here. Of course, we're not going to shield it up. And now we're going to be doing that much more with our counter. But they're immediately swapping. They got a Charizard in the back. So here is the game plan and how we're going to have to try to win this. We're going to have to call their first charge move. If we can call the Dragon Claw, we're going to be looking perfect. We just need that alignment with the Toxicroak up against the Obstagoon here. So we call the first Dragon Claw. Beautiful. Up against this Party Hat Charizard. So silly, can't even take it serious. Alright, so getting their last shield. We still have 2, and we're freaking amazing. So they did get to 2 Dragon Claws here, so we're just simply going to double shield this up. And they're actually able to hit back to back. Wow. Alright. Can't swap yet? Not yet. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. And immediately swap into our Toxicroak. They know it's over, and they kind of just laid down and took that loss. Moving it on to our next opponent, Koffing. Now this is not a great lead. So we swap into our Steelix because I'm not trying to go into my Noctowl. And they bring in a Pelipper. I don't know if they didn't notice my Thunderfang, but good night, sleep tight. And they shield up Psychic Fangs, which is even better. This Pelipper does more... it's not more damage, just because of the Shadow Claw accumulation as well. Alright, so we're able to take them out. Great. This is looking perfect. Going for the Psychic Fangs here. This is all we're going to do. I don't need to go for no Earthquake. We can bring in Noctowl to farm them down if that's the case. They've already used the shield, so we're up 1. We're looking absolutely amazing. Bringing in Noctowl on the lower defense, Koffing, and they're going to be retreating with energy, bringing in their Alolan Muck. We swap into our Toxicroak. They back out. They say, no bueno. I don't want any more of that fight. And I said, okay, sounds good. Next battle, and I do believe this may be our last one here, met with a Melmetal. They're prepared for those damn flyers, right? Because that's what everybody's using in these remix cups. Got another matchup up against Pelipper with our Psychic Fang Steelix. Are you kidding? Oh, it's so satisfying. Do you see that damage? This is why you run Psychic Fangs in the remix cup. Alright, we will survive this, and barely, which is perfect. We don't want to come out of this with too much health. Okay, good. That's a decent amount of farm, though, depending upon what they do bring in here. Oh, yeah, that's actually still not too much. Alright, so since they do have this Phylis here, also weak to fighting, we're going to go ahead and bring in the Noctowl, which is just doing neutral damage with this flying, as opposed to going up against the Melmetal. That's going to be something we do not want to do, right? Toxicroak's going to be able to sweep them up. It's over. As soon as I bring this in here, that's pretty much a wrap. Unless they hit me with a surprise flash cannon, then I could be in some trouble. But otherwise, we're going to be able to take this win here. We still have 2 shields left. I do believe I'll let this go. Yeah, calling the rock side, no big deal. Not trying to flex, now we'll shield up, because that's just what we're going to do. And Toxicroak's going to be able to help us take this win here. Folks, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Noctowl is something that you definitely want in your arsenal with wing attack now, because it does gain energy a whole lot faster. Noctowl is an absolute beast. It can take hits, and using it yesterday was amazing. Thing did not let me down, not one damn time. Bringing it in to finish it off, the star of the show, there you go. Thank you for watching, hope you have a great day, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the best day